Hello dear sport pigeons friends. I decided to make this special video for my pigeons friends from Pakistan, but not only from them. It's a special video created for the people who like the racing pigeons and especially for the leaders of the organizations who do race for pigeons. I had racing pigeons since I was 11 years old in 1987 when I discovered this wonderful bird, a special bird who are able to come back home from a very long distance in a very short time. Since 34 years, all my life was built around the racing pigeons, and now I am the president of the Romanian Federation and the vice president of the FCI. My friend Asim from Pakistan, which are very enthusiastic fanciers, sent me movies about your races, about your liberation, about your arrivals, and he loved a lot the pigeon sport, but I found him very upset after the last national race when the pigeons arrived so bad at home, and he asked me some advices. And I think this is the best way to share advices based in our experience. I started racing pigeons in 2000. Firstly, I was kid. We have no possibility for race. Then I go to the school, and after the school I may come back home and start to raise the pigeons. When I saw your video, I remember the old times when we do the same thing. We have a small truck, and each fancier bring his basket and put on the truck, and we bring the pigeons to 100 to 200 kilometers, release them. And I'm still missing the old times when I was going with this truck with friend of me, and we drive all night long, arrive on the releasing place to release the birds. On that time we don't have electronic clocks, we don't have internet, we don't have all the possibilities which we and you have now. And of course we lose a lot of pigeons on that time. After that I was involved in the club. We founded a small club in 2000. Then I get involved in the county association, and after that I get involved in the country federation, where finally I was elected like president. And one of my life goal is to develop the pigeon sport and to share informations who can help each other all over the world to get more satisfaction, to get more happiness from our hobby, because it's a wonderful hobby, and it's something amazing to wait a pigeon from a race, to saw a small point on the sky and realize that your pigeons who arrive from hundreds of kilometers and arrive home. And when you win, it's much more satisfaction, huh? I think you'll agree with me. So in the old times in Romania, not very old times, maybe 10 years ago around, we still have a lot of bad race, especially because we don't have much experience about how we have to transport the pigeons, how we have to feed the pigeons, how we have to release the pigeons. And this is about the organization part, and we have no very much experience about what we have to do in our loft. In 2005, in our county, we have no transporter for pigeons. We just working with different neighbors counties who had transporters and bring the pigeons with them. When I tell to my colleagues that I was the president of the county, I would like to buy for the club a transporter from Geraldi from Germany, which is one of the most famous in the world pigeons transporters producer. They get scared and get crazy. I say, Marius, you're crazy. How will do that? But we start and earn money, put each of us some money, and make make good transporters, and get in the new way of transporting the pigeons, feeding the pigeons on the transport, get better and better solution, and the races become more and more attractive and more fun, and less disaster race. First, I would like to speak about the pigeons. You have to know that you need a very good loft. Loft has to be dry. Not acceptable to have windy on the loft, and don't have dust in the loft. Maybe you have to clean it every day, maybe not. It's not really important, but these conditions has to be done. Then you have to know something about the quality of the pigeons, which has to be very high. We are living now in the new world where technology gives us the possibility, each of us, to get in contact with a lot of people, with a lot of fanciers, and some of them want to sell their pigeons, which is not a bad thing, to sell your pigeons. But unfortunately, there is many people who don't sell the right quality, and this is something which I'm not agree. You can find on the Facebook, you can find on the internet, it's full of very nice pedigrees, it's full of very nice stories, but it's a very big problem here because the pedigrees never fly. So my suggestion is that forget about the pedigrees. Forget even about the big names who are selling pigeons all over the world and sell thousands of pigeons. Maybe they will become upset on me, but I'm okay with that. You have to know, like beginners in the pigeon sport, to focus on the right pigeons and on the right quality pigeons. And the best pigeons you will always find on your neighborhood. To the fanciers who beat you, go and buy direct youngsters from the champions who win your race. I have this experience in Romania too, and we import a lot of pigeons from west of Europe, and only few give good youngsters. I'm sorry, but this is the truth. And you can find the best quality on your neighborhood at the fanciers who are racing very well. Then you have to do the right selection. Selection when the pigeons make eggs. Look into the eggs, are they clean, has no problem. Then it's the youngsters. When the youngsters are born from the eggs, you have to watch them every day, how they grow. If they grow too slow, that's a problem. You have to eliminate them. Then you have to look to the youngsters on the development of them after they are separate of the parents. How they are growing, how they are flying, if they are not look sick. And all these signs, when you see a pigeon which are sick, when you see a body which is not right developed, when it's too big, too small, will not help you. Then you have to do the race, and you need to do, even to the youngsters, a minimum 10 races per year. At the beginning, for the first 4, 5, 6 years, 4, 5, 6 races, you can do shorter race, 100, 150, 170, 200 kilometers. Then the pigeons get in form and get used with the races. But at the end, you have to have, even to the youngsters, some longest distance races, 300, 400 kilometers, 1, 2, 3 races, maybe one at the beginning, and then increase it year per year. And very important, breed for the pigeons who do this program for you, and from the parents of the pigeons who win the races. Focus on your best pigeons and focus on your best pigeons from your area. This is the best pigeons which you ever can find. And then when you decide to import the pigeons, try to find honest fanciers fanciers who have small teams of pigeons, not huge team, and try to get one quality pigeon instead of 10 medium pigeons. So it's about the loft, it's about the pigeons, it's about the selection, and then you need good food, very good food, different mixtures of food for breeding, food for race, food for recovery, food energize for the preparing, and good supplements. Supplements can help the pigeons, like the sports humans, to increase their performance. But first is the loft pigeon food, and only after that is the supplements. Now about the races. The organizer of the race have to be very carefully. You don't have to have too many pigeons on the basket. Normally in Romania we do around 40 pigeons for 1 square meters, but that means you basketing pigeons in the evening and release them in the morning. If you can do less, it's better. When the pigeons stay 2 days on the basket, and especially when you arrive 450, 500 kilometers and more, you need to have 2 days on the basket. Then you have to give the pigeons not only food, but water too. Not only water, but food too. When we do that, we usually basket Thursday and release the pigeons Saturday. And when we do longer races, like 800, 900, 1000 kilometers, we basket Wednesday or Tuesday with the release Friday or Saturday. So enough time for pigeons to drive, but in the same time to have time for sleeping, for the drivers and for the pigeons. It's very important. Then you have to give the pigeons water. It's absolutely necessary, and hottest it's outside, more times you have to give water. In Romania we start to race in May, when the temperature is nearly to 20 degrees, and we basket in the evening, and first 2-3 races we don't give water because it's not necessary. But when we arrive around 300 kilometers, then we have to basket in the middle of the day of Friday, for example, for racing Saturday. Then we start to give the pigeons water. And of course, May, it's a medium temperature, but June and July, it's very high temperature in Romania. When you have 30 degrees outside, in the basket become very, very hot. And the deshydratation, it's very dangerous for the pigeons. So when it's very hot and we go to longest races, for example, we have Berlin National. Berlin National, we always basketing Tuesday all day long, because we basket pigeons from all the country. And then all the pigeons arrive in the same place, and the trucks start Wednesday morning, and they get water minimum 3 times per day, sometimes 4 times per day. We stop, give the pigeons water, and then go. And we give food in the morning and in the evening, and we prefer to give maize. I think is the best food for the pigeons on the race. It's a lot of carbohydrates, and it's easy and digestible. Very good, the maize. So the number of the pigeons from the basket, the air ventilation, the food and the water is very, very important. And Stephen Bremen have a special book, Manual of the Releasing Pigeons. You can find it on the internet. It's very, very good advices for the organizer of the races. Then you have to arrive on the releasing point earlier before to release them. Minimum 1 hour of rest for each 100 kilometers drive. So if you go to 500 kilometers but you drive 600 kilometers, it's better to basket 2 days before the race. You basket let's say Thursday in the evening for a Saturday release. Then you let the pigeons to the night, they can stay and get rest. Friday you drive 600 kilometers, arrive afternoon, early enough to give the pigeons food. Friday morning, of course, you give food, then you give water, and then drive. In the middle of the day, you give again water. If it's very, very hot, you give 4 times water, and arriving, you give again food, and then you give the 4th time water, and the pigeons have time to sleep and to rest all the night, so they are ready next day for flying the 500 kilometers or more to the home. If you do that, you will be more successful. Then when you release the pigeons, you have to wait nearly 30 minutes after the sun, after you see the sun. Yeah, 20-30 minutes, looking around to be not fog, and looking on the way of the pigeons to don't have big rains somewhere. If you have small rains, it's not a problem for pigeons, but if you have big areas with rain, the pigeons are very smart and they don't go directly on the rain. They will try to avoid this, and sometimes they have to do many kilometers to escape from a rain like that. So few rains is not very dangerous, but big area with rains, it's a problem. I hope these advices will help you, and I try to make it shorter, to be easy to follow, but it's 2 very important things: what the fancier do in the loft and what the organizer do on the time when he had the pigeons of the members. It's very important. Give good care, follow the advices, looking on the internet, looking on the Steven van Bremen book, and select your pigeons and focus on the best pigeons from your area. With these things, I think you will be helpful, and soon, very soon, you will start to have better and better race. This takes time, I'm sure about that. I will need around 20 years to build in my county what we have now, to build from nearly nothing to an association who have now 3 trucks, very modern and very good facilities. It takes time, but at the end you will be more happy, because this has to be the final goal of the leaders of the pigeon sport all over the world, to make happiness for the members, to make good race where the people can join, can have happiness, and can be very happy because of their passion and their hobby. Because trust me, we have the most wonderful hobby in the world. You can be sure about it. And I follow you on the internet, I follow you on the Facebook, and thanks again, Asim, for the videos which you send me. And I like very much when I see your enthusiasm, when I see your passion, and I'm sure that you have a great future in the pigeon sport. Thanks, my friends. This is especially for you, but not only for you, for all the fancier over the world who had this problem. We have a great family around the world, and we need to work together, help each other to growing up together. Have a wonderful life together with your hobby and with your pigeons.